My channel, and today I have for you a more GTA. I don't know. Literally that video title, I realized I put two no's basically because I put IDK, which is I don't know, and then on top of that I put the I know. So I literally just said I don't know no. So it's one of those things where it's like I derped up a little bit. But so literally all I have to say right now is like yay. Just stuff. So I'm pretty sure Nikki will be on in a little bit, but I'm not sure right now. So we'll have to see in about, let's say, 10 minutes. So as you guys can see, I'm literally logging into the double XP stuff. Because if you guys remember last night, I did say I was going to be playing a lot of this with Nikki. Rihanna was on. But yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So me and my friends have established that that was our case. We're gonna go play this. The only reason I said as I was gonna play this is because on top of that it's double XP, which means I'll level up really quick, which means I'll also be able to get these car upgrades and everything that I wanted. So I have to be like level 50 to get like the level 3 engine or something like that, which makes it extremely infuriating just a little bit. Looks like we can have custom vehicles on, and on top of that it's non-contact, which means I can go as fast as I want and make sure I don't crash or no one crashes into me, which is a high priority in this game because there are a lot of people who will play in the rudest way possible and crash directly into you. Unfortunately, there was a level 1 here, which makes me think that he's not going to be able to do as good as us. But these are supercars, which means that I'm using my custom Turismo, which is this thing right here. And I really want to use my... I don't want to look like a freaking demon in front of them, but I am going to look like a demon and just do this. Because, I mean, no one's going to really expect a guy like me to be inside a mask like this. Like, look at everyone else. They look fairly normal, for the most part. I'm the only guy here that looks the most demonic person out of all of us. Like, actually, I am the most demonic person here. I am the most mysterious person here. Because, literally, yeah, they could see my face, but they don't really see that I'm trying to be creepy. I feel like there would just be one person in game chat just going, I don't like this. This one got it. Like he was gonna punch somebody, and then it was just me. It was just me in the background. Okay, I'm gonna very quickly do this because we got about 3 seconds. As soon as this happens. Script. I had to be really quick about that one. Somebody already crashed, and then there's like all 4 of us up here, just like, yeah, boy. I'm in 3rd-ish. Not much care on my part. Like, even with their speed boost, I literally am still just about as fast as them. And I'm not using the speed boost easily. Yet that guy and I made the same mistake. Unless I can make it back on. Nope, not making it back on. It's gonna go in the water. I didn't want that. But we're both kind of in the 11th, which is good. So I've overtaken. Whew, that control though. Guys, I'm good. I got good traction and good braking systems. Because unlike these guys, they're gonna have issues with the brakes. I'm not. Or at least some of these issues are gonna have bad acceleration and braking systems. I have the best kind of braking systems and some pretty good traction. It's like, I'm really good at controlling the vehicles when I'm going at high speeds of about 120. That's pretty much where I'm going. I'm like going 125, maybe a little less, but going about 125. Like if you go in first person, you can see all your gauges. They don't tell you otherwise. But I'm going about 125 every time, maybe 122 at max. But I'm really trying to go as fast as I can in this race because I actually kind of want to get some more money. And right about now, the money amount that I'm gonna have is not that much currently. But if I got really up in the game, like all of a sudden, that's because like it's one of those things where I have that good amount of control, unlike most of the players. Because if you guys can see, I'm using most of my terrain to my advantage, so like at that point, it's basically just a temporal boost. Of course, I do lose a small amount of control, and on top of that, you can see them right over there, which means I've just caught up really quickly. And that's just me using basically a Ferrari at this point. Like this is pretty much a Ferrari. Now, I don't like to play in first person during these races because of stuff like this. But watch the... That's what I was saying right there. I don't like seeing that, but you guys can see I'm going about 120. I don't like to listen to those kind of music things. Enforcer. So I'm going to do a quick front flip because this gives me bonus reputation. Coming in hard. Take that little bit of a boost, and then lap 2. Now, there are actually on occasion times where you can lap people, which there is time trial things. So like, since I'm going pretty fast, there is actually a type of area in this game where it's like, boom, I just outdone somebody. And I see somebody with the name I am Wildcat Poop. It's kind of rude to Wildcat. He's an awesome YouTuber, by the way, guys. Still like that guy. I still like watching like those crews, like the small amounts of like little friendships that you can see on YouTube, because those are like friendships that I kind of want. Like, I want to know those kind of people. Like, I really do. It's one of those things where I want to meet famous YouTubers, but like, that's not the only reason I do YouTube. I do it because I care for the entertainment purposes of this game and some of the other games that we could play. But on occasion, there are people who don't believe that I don't do it for the money because so many people do it for the money. It's almost funny to them to say that it is. Like, for me, I'm not in it for the money, and I could say that, like, yeah, I'll take the money, but I'm not going to use it in the way that most people do. I use it for the purposes that are necessary. So like, let's say I needed more storage, for example. Like, that's not necessary, but it's necessary if I want to do more of these gameplays for you guys and have more options on stuff. And not constantly get bored with the same stuff over and over again. And then delete it for space, is what I say, because it actually is something that I do. I do delete it for space, but it also, on top of that, is a mix between I need the space, and on top of that, I need the area. And sometimes I have to delete more than one game, so like, if I were to ever delete another game, I'd probably have to delete World War II again, because that's one of the games where I have played it, but it's not something I'm going to constantly play if I'm going to get something better. Like, if I were to get Battlefield 5, I'd probably delete something I enjoy the most. Or something that I don't always enjoy, but will preferably play more than, you know, like, something other. See, like, look at this guy. I'm literally on his tail, and he's using one of the default cars, too. He lost a little bit of traction. I'm being smart. He's trying to drift, which is horrible on those kind of corners, because they don't have any sort of way to block you if you're falling off. So, like, at those points, I'm literally the only person who's smart, and I brake. Like, I'll brake on occasion anyway, to make sure I don't crash, so that way I don't, like, flip out 26 times. But I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Speedy Gonzalez. Arrow. So I'm going Speedy Gonzalez as fast as I can. Trying to go quickly. Trying to make sure that the guy behind me doesn't catch up easily, because I want to try and stay in at least the range of 10. He's 9th currently, and I don't want to be in his books of holy crap, I'm behind. But I might just do it anyway because I messed up there. And I take responsibility for that. Unlike most people, they do blame other people. I have on occasion blamed other people, but that's because it actually is their fault that I flip out 26 times. And that is something that actually happens in this game, guys. It's like, if there's a race where there's no collision, then you're lucky, because most people don't like non-collision courses. Which means that they're occasionally trying to screw you over when it comes to this kind of thing. Those are the people that troll you in the worst way possible. Like, you'll be, let's say, like 4th place in a race or something like that. Okay. Whoa. I hate how it started me on the area with like little traction reason. Like, see this guy behind me? He's probably gonna pass me, but knowing the people that are usually in last place, they're the people who crash the most, or the people who lose the control the most, or just somehow make a mistake on some of the easiest of things. Like this guy, I sure like, you lose traction if you don't try and stick with the flow like that. See, I sort of lost that traction, and that was my mistake. So it's one of those things where it's like, alright, I don't want to lose traction, so I'll let the wall take me, and then I'll try and regain control eventually. So it's like, Here, I'll try and let it take control for a second, and then I'll start kind of following this guy. And then I'll up him on speed because he can only go so fast, and I'm using one of my custom cars, which means I go a little bit faster than him. Do you notice? I'm kind of tailing him right now. But since I'm smart, the way I come in is the way I'll come out. See? Like, I just passed him just by speed. And I'm using the same area he is. I'm using a fairly different car than he is. And it looks like I'll fly off at this point, and that's going to be sadness for me because now I gotta wait to respawn. Now, I'm only okay if I'm still kind of in the middle area because there are still like 10 people, and I suppose you don't load. So I'm probably going to be in last place at this point. Yeah, 11th place. So I'm in currently last place, almost last place. I feel like the only reason that guy's in last place is because he's probably not trying anyone. Okay, but anyway, we're on the final stretch, so it's not really like I'm not scared to lose. Because there are 6 people already finished, and I have like 20 seconds to get over there. Technically it was 30, but I'm going to say 20 because that's pretty much what it is. I don't know why it took so long to load, otherwise this would have been a lot easier for me. But this is like final stretch. I might not even make it though, that's the only issue. I might not make it. But I'm hoping I'll at least be in 10th place if I can make it. So I got a Speedy Gonzalez. Yep. I thought I was going to be able to land in time, I wasn't. But I still got like $3,000, it's pretty much okay. Slightly disappointed though because I could have gotten a lot more money in first place. Like honestly, first place, there's like a couple $1,000s you can make. Killer Gamers, I don't get why people have that kind of stuff. Like this guy's name is TSM, which is kind of stupid, like why? But it's one of those things, guys, where it's like, yeah. But it's one of those things, guys, where, like, I don't really care about how quickly I do this. But sometimes there are people who like to use the collision thing, and I don't like the collision force, because that doesn't really help me. Because collision is basically you're allowed to tap into somebody else while they're driving, which could screw everyone over in like 30 seconds. I've seen that in the beginning of races where they'll literally crash in somebody's rear. Which is actually where most people will go for, is similar to just right kind of on their hood area, like their little trunk area. They'll literally tap just the side of that, and your car will flip like 20 times, cause like a 30-way wreck, and it's like, whoa, 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 why? Is there some... See, like, this is a standard race type, which means there is collision. Which scares me, because that collision is one of those things where, if you're going fast enough and somebody's in your way, you will literally flip over them. But it looks like they're okay with the destroy last place thing, so we're not gonna have to deal with that, which is nice because destroying last places are horrible. But it's one of those things where it's like you're scared if they destroy last place, because sometimes you end up in last place. There are like 4 people in this lobby that I feel like could just be in last place constantly. I'm one of those people. I'm one of those people that I feel like I could be possibly in last place anyway, even when I'm not. Kind of nerved at those points where it's like you're in last place, and I'm like, oh crap. Because I panic, and when you panic, you don't do as good. So stay calm in these races, is what I'm saying. Don't panic, else you'll die. So I'm going to stay in my free mode outfit. Just use the bird emote, because why not? Okay, so who was first place last time? The person that was first place last time was this guy. That's who was shown anyway. Put like... I'm gonna put 400 on him. You just see a little glimpse of my eyes, just like, yeah, what up, boys? So I did place a bet on that guy. I pays like $400 on the first place usually. This is why collision sucks. See? You could already kind of see it happening, and I'm in 6th place. And Slipstream is one of the... Alright. Cause I'm a cool boyo. With this beaver guy. I feel like that's the person that will cause the most issues, this beaver guy. Literally just rammed a guy into me. That's one of those people that are the evil people. They're the ones that do the worst kind of racing, and they're very dirty with it. Those aren't racers, those are just people who want to play dirty. We don't play dirty as a racer. Like my friends and I, we never play dirty when we're racing. Only because it's fair. But we're fair people. Most people aren't that way. Like, we're deeply fair. Like, when we do cuts, depending on who has the least amount of money, sometimes we'll give more than others. Like, last time I did a heist, someone was willing to give their share because they already had a lot of money. Yeah. Why? You're gonna, what? Okay, don't sleep until 9. Holy crap, I'm flying, guys. And see, guys, this is why collision's awful, because you just see that guy got turtled. I mean, he recovered from it. Good on him. But here's the thing. He's probably going to be faster than me, and he's probably going to try and ram me just a little bit. That's another issue right there, is this guy right here. See? Like, literally, I just screwed a person there, but, you know. He kind of had a chance to get around me, and he didn't take that. So, he was using the railing. That's why, like, if you see somebody using the railing, like, you guys can see it on occasion, I'll accidentally hit the railing, and I'll just use it for the rest of the way. I don't do it like he did, and just full on ride the railing. I drive as fast as I can. I'll try and do it. My stepdad does, and, like, this. But on occasion, you need to brake and kind of recollect. Like, that guy got really close to catastrophe on his placing. Like, he probably still could have passed me, but it would have screwed him up on the speed here. Like, I was still screwed up on speed, but I had that good acceleration and traction and everything. To where it basically didn't bother me. And this is one of those races where there's a lot of these loops, and they suck quite a bit. Well, so this is an area major known for these issues. Like, you can literally hit somebody while they're there. You can wait for somebody whilst on the ramp. So literally, I try to avoid people on the ramps. Like that, because they are major hazards anyway. So like this this A stand guy, let's see, he's the guy who's currently in 5th place. He's the level 16, which means he'll probably avoid it at all costs. But I'm still slightly faster than him. Oh, I just got the new fastest lap, 3 minutes 11 seconds and like a 42 millisecond. But you guys can see, I'm pretty good at driving, I'm pretty good at racing, I don't like to mess with people. I'm pretty docile when it comes to these kind of games. Like, I don't care if you're evil or not, I will be pretty much your best friend. It's like the guy behind me probably couldn't even do a flip like that, and I'm over here doing backflips. I could get into 3rd place very soon here. I just need to see how many people have messed up. So Kings Only is messed up. Which means that I've actually given myself an advantage. If he messes up like that continuously, it'll cause him to mess up severely, and I can pass him. So I'm kind of tailing him at this point, and if he messes up, well, then that's his fault, and he's going to have an issue with me. And there are people who I guarantee will have issues with me just because I'm here. But these are one of those people where if you get in their way, they will more than likely demolish you next game. Like, I'm going to try this. I'm not sure if it'll work. Oh, God. So I'm going to get slightly past, it would seem. I can regain, because that guy looks like he wants to mess up. Like, it looks like he's going to. Like, you see, I didn't intentionally hit the wall. If I was intentionally hitting walls, you would know. Because you could see I would try and even it out just a little bit, so that way I'm not going to flip out or anything like I did there. Or like in any situation I would normally flip out in. I would just kind of, you know, just like, alright, balance it out, let's go. And you guys can see, like, this is the point where I say I use the walls to my advantage, because that small ramp downwards gives you that small boost you'll need to either regain position or regain your area. And then I try and keep myself pretty evenly paced, considering the facts here. Like, that guy crashed into the wall. See, I'm not intentionally messing him up, but he knows if he rams me, he'd be ramming himself, and that would cause him to get out of this. And you can see there's a person kind of sitting here, which is an issue because the people who just sit there are just super annoying, and they literally want to prevent you from moving any further. So I try to avoid people like that quite a bit. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm driving as fast as I can to at least lap Kings only, because if I can get in 5th place, that's good. This guy's a pretty good racer, but he does that quite a bit, which means he's trying to do a trick, but he sucks at doing tricks. And I'm outdoing him at this point, and I'm just going to beat him by the 5. See, he was just slightly behind me, but I'm getting quite a bit of money for being in 5th place. As long as I'm in the top 5, I'm fine with it. If it's like top 10, alright, that's like a 2nd place for me, is top 10. If I'm in last place like this guy, poor guy's just sitting still. I have no idea why. I wouldn't. A stand guy. This guy, like, I'm pretty sure he's still on the 1st lap. Something like. Literally 6 people have already ended it, which means we're going on to the final couple seconds of it. This guy's just spinning out constantly. He needs to try and learn how to kind of concentrate, because he's level 16. He needs to learn that. Control. See how much? 8,000. Woo! See, guys, when you learn control easily, that's how much you can earn in this game mode. But there is a lot more to be earned. Like, I can get like 9,000. Potato Penguin winner. Well, I just lost $400. It's okay. Just some guys spectating. Alright. So it looks like they're doing the major, like, car ones. But I want to do some motorcycles, bro. Motorcycles are like my jam because I can do motorcycles if I want, and they can be pretty quickly beaten. But there are on occasion where people can just, you know, immediately just get demolished in a like a motorcycle challenge. Which is why, like, collision in this game, like, if that's the case in this mode, oh my god, you are dead on so many, like, beyond levels of proper. Like, it's a proper hurts. It sucks. So it's just like, try and keep yourself out of the collision area, and you'll be fine. Since it's motorcycles, there's a lot of collision in these times. So it's like, alright, just try to avoid everybody, is what I'm saying. So avoid people at all costs. No matter who it is, no matter what it is, avoid it. Like, even in non-collision, it helps you practice that, okay, don't get too close to people thing. So it cautions how close you get to people. Because the closer you are to people, the more chances of you getting screwed up are gonna happen. Like, every 2 seconds you can be screwed up by anybody on this game. Which is why the standard race with, like, a motorcycle, it's pretty difficult because you can't really, you know, tee somebody or something like that without having yourself fly off your motorcycle or something. Now, I'm going to end my stream because I like to watch some videos while I'm playing this or listen to some music. So I'll talk to you all a little bit later. Goodbye.